Okay, and this is a rare example. Okay, Dirk, right? He got that girl India. She straight out of Chicago, straight out the hood. She already had a baby. She got Dirk, and he wifed her. You know, now I understand pretty privilege and stuff like that, but it's just a lot to generalize. You got to take a lot of other things into consideration.
Mocha what it is oh my gosh. See, y'all don't even realize how much y'all speak to my points. Is India gonna go be with another average or below average dirty guy from Chicago, from the south side of Chicago that got seven kids and 7 baby moms? Or is it because it's Little Dirk? Are women gonna line up to be Future's baby? Hold on, are women gonna line up to be Future's baby mama because Nayvadius, they just love Nayvadius, they find him so attractive and he looks so good, or is it because it's Future? Are women gonna line up to be Nick Cannon's 7th baby mom because they just like Nick Cannon so much, or is it because
no,
Nick Cannon?
You sit here, you act like niggas in the hood don't got 7 baby mamas.
Let me answer him, Melanie.
Y'all know,
niggas don't got 7 baby mamas.
Let me answer him.
You're not gonna be anything serious for a lot of men.
Listen, okay, so I get what you.
Smoke. A lot of y'all, let's have a real. I don't.
Let me answer your question. Let me answer you.
A lot of you women don't even get taken serious for. A lot of y'all aren't even in serious consideration for average and below average men. The men, most of these women and men in their city don't take them serious. So why would a multi-millionaire? Why would someone that has all this notoriety?
They're not even checking for Diddy.
Let's not. Mocha, let's not talk about outliers, okay? Not everyone is a dancer. Most of these 99% of these women, they're not going to be like Melody. They're not going to be in these rooms. They're not going to have an opportunity to even be around these people.
So let's do it more realistic.
This is what I'm saying. Is like your hypothetical don't make no sense.
Because you asked me a question, I answer it, and then you saying, is it because of the baby dads or because of him? So let's use somebody that you don't got to say, is it because of? Let's use a regular dude in the hood with some babies. It's another woman that'll take him and then have another baby or get wifed. That stuff happens on any scale. You know what I mean?
Both of my brothers have like 5 baby moms each. Both of them.
Are y'all telling me that what I just said is not true? Everything that I just said is not true.
On that hypothetical, but not on a realistic hypothetical.
In real life, if a nigga got game, he could have 20 baby mamas, my nigga. If a nigga, especially if he's fine, and I'm sure y'all seen this in the hood, fine niggas in the hood get away with fucking murder. They will literally have 20 bitches and 7 baby mamas.
And that's fine people. That's good looking people. Like that's why I said it be on the outside first, then you get to know the person, and morally they're not who you want. And then these lives happen.
So what I'm saying, Gene, a lot of the time hypothetical arguments be wild, crazy, extreme situations that will never fucking happen. That is not really fucking happening. Like, ain't nobody working at fucking Walmart talking about, oh, Diddy finna come up in here and sweep me off my feet. Like, let's keep it all the way a stack. Your hypotheticals be wild, crazy. Then on top of that, the things that happen, the reasons why women go with rich, famous people, obviously, fame, fortune, all of that real shallow shit. But also, men in the hood, in poverty, get away with the same shit with no money. With no money, just with game.
By what caliber of women?
By the women in the hood.
That's
by low quality, low caliber women.
First of all, I don't call them low quality or low caliber women. There's not a human being in this earth that's low caliber or low quality. I'm going to say that these are women from a lower socioeconomic status. And this is how you respect human beings, by speaking about their circumstances and not speaking to their value as a human being. So yes, these are women from a lower socioeconomic status. But are they low caliber, low value women? No, they are human beings.
And that's the other thing. Just because one woman's status or one woman's standard is 100K men, 100K a year man, and the next woman's status is a 40K a year man, doesn't mean that her standards are low.
Mocha, at the end of the day, you know, y'all can talk about these, I'm saying hypotheticals and this, that, and the third to like fit what y'all are trying to say. At the end of the day, listen, these women are not being tricked, okay? Like it's not like it's a bunch of black women out here having babies by accountants, having babies by lawyers, having babies by doctors. they know the men that they are dealing with. And
No, they
and
don't.
those
All
are
right,
the
and
men
then
that they
let's
qualify
speak about
for.
this stat real quick, Gene,
Because
because again,
listen, when you
because y'all
know
say
better,
things and y'all don't
when you know better, you do better. But some people can't do better.
most of these
They
single
don't have an
moms became
opportunity to
single
do better.
moms when
So
they were
they got
teenagers.
to take what they can get.
Noble, again, listen
But she just
to
told
what I'm
you, if
saying,
you're
right?
a single mom, that means you left to do better.
One, if you're a single mom, you left to do better. Two, most of these single mothers become single mothers when they're teenagers and when in their early 20s. A lot of the times, they become single mothers to men who are a lot older than them. A lot of them, they were being manipulated, and maybe they just lacked the intelligence, they lacked the knowledge, maybe they didn't have the resources, you know, maybe they lived in poverty. So this is a much more nuanced conversation than to sit there and be like, choose better man. Like, bitch, you live in poverty, you have no access to birth control, you have a poor education because your education in your poor neighborhood is horrible. Like, nobody teaches you about contraception. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now you see that the issue was not just choose better men, it's just that our society and the system in general, it has set shit up against us in general. I cannot hold a teenage woman accountable for being a single mom when she is in a low socioeconomic status and she has no re-fucking sources. Why the
Also got to think
fuck
about it.
would I
If you
tell a
talk,
single mother that became a single mother as a teenager that she should have been accountable? She was a fucking teenager, my nigga. And this is why a lot of these conversations don't make no fucking sense. Because then when you look at people, when you look at women who have higher education, the single motherhood plummets. The numbers fucking plummet. Because women who have higher education, specifically black women who have higher education, they get married later, they have kids later, or they choose to not get married or have kids at all. So you're not talking about the same women. We're not talking about the same women.
Can I make an example? Like, when speaking of celebrity terms, like Sierra, she picked Future. He was rich and all that high income bracket and still got made a baby mom. She left and did better, and y'all call him a simp. So it's like, where's the win? It's no win.
Listen, Melanie not ever gonna have any accountability for the woman. She gonna say something to make it seem like the men are.
Again, what I said earlier, accountability, you can be held accountable for the things that you choose. I cannot hold you accountable for your circumstances. I cannot hold you accountable for your ignorance. You can't hold people accountable for things that they don't know. If they don't know better, I can't hold you. That's like holding a child accountable for some shit that they don't know. Why that don't make no sense. Then when you realize that, oh, this person was just, their circumstances set them up for this and they just lack the knowledge. Now you're like, okay, you know what? Me, as a person from those circumstances, I was able to persevere in those circumstances. Now I want to go to the hood. I want to make sure that there are resources in the hood. I want to mentor youth. I want to do this. I want to do that so I can make sure that they don't get put in this position. Common sense, my nigga.
Melanie, you have not changed, yo. You have not changed, yo.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like y'all always talking about accountability. Y'all don't know what accountability fucking means. You cannot hold people accountable for things that they don't have control over. That's like telling black people take accountability for systemic racism. That sounds crazy, my nigga.